Hello everyone, welcome back to SHFC. Hopefully you're well, hopefully you're good, and hopefully everyone is having a very good day. This international break is boring the heck out of me. So this is another video I want to do for a very long time. I have the sample size, we have seen all the teams, and I can give a much more, you can say a fairer judgment on this. So it's a very important topic to discuss that whether we can qualify for UCL or not. And in my opinion, in this video, I'll also give reasons to why. So before I start, just a humble request, if you can like the video, subscribe. Your support always means a lot. I put the chapters as per topic so you can watch accordingly. But if you can watch the full video, it will mean a lot. I've discussed a lot in detail. And along with that, before I start, I'll just say that point deduction thing that's going on, I think that is not something I can really comment on. In my humble opinion, there's no effect on this season. It's a very lengthy process. But other than that, these are something we cannot really predict. So let's just enjoy our football, and that's up to the authorities. So first of all, coming on our season so far, it's been an up and down season. We started the season really poorly. We came out of a really good preseason. Then we lost to Nottingham Forest, Villa, West Ham, and we beat Luton in between. But to be really honest, our performances did not warrant such bad results. We should have minimum got a draw against Villa. We should have minimum got a draw against Nottingham Forest. We should have been out of sight by West Ham by the first half. But Enzo missed a penalty. It happens. We missed our chances. And in the second half, we were atrocious. In the second half now, in the next 6 games, we have done well. We have beaten Tottenham, Fulham, Burnley, drew against Arsenal, drew against treble winners 4-4 against Manchester City, and lost to Brentford in between. And we've also reached a quarter-final of the Carabao Cup now, playing Newcastle in the next round. So I think it's overall been, we started the season a bit poorly, but now doing well. But the biggest and the most biggest indicator is we are showing a clear sign of progress now. We have a style of play, we have an identity, and that is what's really important. So this is why now I'm confident we'll only get better, we cannot get worse, and there's a clear idea of where we are going. Now, before going on the other stuff and the competitors, I just want to say why UCL is key. I'm not saying if we don't qualify for UCL is a disaster. I think we minimum need Europa League this season. I think Conference League is something, if we get, something is better than nothing. But I think Conference League overall qualification will be a disappointing season. But in terms of minimum, I think Europa League has to be the minimum, bare minimum for a club of our standard. Champions League is something I think we should still aim. Top 5 is not something you can say is very tough right now with the competition we have. And I think Champions League is still very key for us. See, it hurts me to say this, but we're still not at the elite level. Our stadium is still very small in compared to our rivals. They generate a lot more money than us. Along with that, we have got many hungry young players right now. Playing in the Champions League will only increase their level. While not being in the Champions League, they will slowly become more and more disillusioned with the project if next year we don't do well. This is why Premier League is only increasing. The teams are becoming better. Next season, Tottenham will spend money, Arsenal will spend, City will spend, Liverpool will spend. You've also got Villa, you've also got Newcastle. So nothing is guaranteed. And I think we need to try to get UCL football this season. It is going to be very important. It generates around 80-90 million by even reaching around 16. And a club needs money. The owner wants to build football stadium in the future. We want to build a new stadium. And I think if we don't generate a proper income, it's going to be a problem. And I think this is why qualification UCL is key. If we don't qualify, it's not the end of the world. But we cannot dismiss it like saying it's not important. It is really important. So now coming on to a bit of our competitors and I think why we can qualify. First, we have to look at our squad right now. We have suffered a lot of injuries this season. We started with Reece James getting injured. We had Badiashile injured, nkunku injured, Chukwuemeka injured, Chalobah, Fofana, Chilwell. Our injury list was Lavia, Broha. I can go on and on and on. We had like 10 to 12 injuries. Now Badiashile is back in the squad. You've got Reece James playing regularly now. Gusto, whenever needed, has really played well along with James. You've also got nkunku coming back next month. Chukwuemeka is going to be back very quickly as well. Armando Broha, you saw, was back against Manchester City and won the penalty as well. You see Cole Palmer, who is really playing well so far. Raheem Sterling, who is being absolutely unplayable so far. I think we are now showing the signs that we are only going to get better and better and better. And this is why now we're only going to climb up the table now because our players are coming back. We have struggled against low blocks, which can be solved by having nkunku back in the squad. Slowly, Lavia is going to be back as well. So our midfield is going to be much more stronger. That's already been very good so far. And along with that, you've also got Badiashile coming back to make the defense more stronger. Chukwuemeka really played well in the season earlier before he got injured. So we are only going to get better and better and better. So that's a first big positive. Along with that now, going on to our competitors is not that tough, to be really honest. If you see the Premier League table, yes, Tottenham are way above us right now, 10 points. But you just look at the fixture list Tottenham have got. Aston Villa next, then Manchester City, then West Ham. See, first of all, I'm sad for Tottenham. Even as a rival, I will never ever wish injuries on anyone. I'm really sad for them and I understand what they're going through. But if you have to see as a neutral now, with them having so many injuries, with Romero suspended for Aston Villa game, most probably City game as well, I'm not sure. You got Madison out as well, Van de Ven out as well. I think Tottenham in these 3 games can most probably lose all 3. Villa, Manchester City, West Ham, and Manchester City we know is going to be a tough game for them with a high line. Aston Villa with Watkins, the threat that Musa Diaby brings. Then you go on to West Ham, who love to play teams where they can be on the counter. So Tottenham can easily lose the next 3 games. You go on to Newcastle, they are going through a massive crisis right now with the injuries as well. And in the Champions League, I think they're not going to go to any Europa League. I think that's over for them. So they might start considering a Premier League. But even then, they have a lot of injuries right now to worry, and they're not looking that good that they did last year. You go on to Manchester United. Everybody's saying Ten Hag out and everything, but they still have got 21 points, and the season has not been that bad. But one thing I will see on Manchester United is 2 things. They cannot get any worse than this. But along with that, are this performance is sustainable? Like, they have not really played well. They did not play well with Luton. They did not play well with Fulham, but they're getting the result. But on one hand, they cannot get worse than this. But on the other hand, if they continue like this, it's not sustainable. You go on to West Ham, they cannot play teams where they have to be the dominant one. Brighton with Europa League commitments is only going to get more and more tough for them. So you really go on. I think it's 4 places up for grabs. I think Villa are doing really well right now, but I think in the season ahead, when they play teams from the bottom, they struggle. So I think Villa will also slip. I think it's between Tottenham, Newcastle United, Chelsea for the 2 spots. And when you look at Tottenham, they're suffering with injuries right now. Their next 3 fixtures are tough. And if we get good results in the next 3 fixtures, we can come close to them. Newcastle are suffering with injuries. We play them in the next Premier League game week. We can easily be 1 point behind them. And then we play Manchester United in 2 weeks after, and we can control our own destiny. So I think when you look at our competitors and our fixture list, we've got Newcastle away, we've got Brighton home, we've got United away, and all 3 matches are winnable. All 3 matches are opposition will love to play well. So I think this is why I really feel we have a good chance. But yes, it all depends on the next 3 or 4 matches. If Tottenham win their next 3 games, we drop points in the next 3 games, United get 2-3 good results, I think it's over. I think if we are thinking to catch 11-12 points in like after 16 game weeks, it's not going to be possible. But if Tottenham go on in the next 3 game weeks, they lose to Villa, Manchester City, West Ham, we beat Newcastle, we get a draw against Manchester United, we beat Brighton, I think it could all change. This is why I really believe it's really possible, and with low blocks and nkunku coming back is going to solve it. So this is why I'm confident we can get UCL football, and in my prediction, I'm still backing us to get it, whether 5th, whether 4th. I think I really back us to get top 5 this season, but this is just my prediction. Overall, is still a lot to be done. This side is still very young, so I'm not fully sure. But in my heart and heart, I still feel we will be in the UCL next season. This is just a feeling for me. I believe we're getting better. We are showing progress. And after January, I think we can go on a 7-8 match winning run. So I really feel that once our fully squad is back, a bit more experience is there, we can go on a good match winning streak. Other team who takes it, Tottenham, Newcastle United, I don't care. I think we are going to be the UCL football next season. This is my video, my opinion. Please let me know your opinion and your prediction. Thank you everyone. Wishing you the best. Thank you.